Shields are an active defense that requires skill and practice to get the most out. Knowing how to use them properly can make them last many times longer. In order to give your ship shields, you will need to be fitted with a shield controller and a shield emitter. The orientation of the controller does matter, with the logo stickers indicating the forward top. If your controller is placed wrong, it can mess up your directional shunting. However, you can set your cockpit to main cockpit and the shields will use it for your orientation instead. Your emitters need line of sight to ensure they are mounted on the surface of your ship. If you try to protect them, be sure to test them on one of the dedicated servers where line of sight checks are enabled. Once a ship has shields, a HUD indicator will appear on the bottom left showing info like HP. To get the highest numbers out of your shields, you will want to pay attention to a few factors. Your total HP is primarily determined by your power. The more power, the stronger your shields will be. After that, the easiest way to maximize your shields is by shrinking the fit. The smaller the shield fit, the higher the HP is. Most ships will be fine with a minimum fit of 0. You can usually take a couple of hits on any bits of hull that are poking out, but you can always set shields to always visible to see where it is exactly and adjust its fit and position further if you wish. The trickier way will often not be a problem but is worth checking. Your block and power density stats might be holding back your shields as well. You can check these numbers in the shield controller info by scrolling down to the bottom. As long as these density numbers are over 1, you have no issues you need to worry about. Even the highest shield numbers will go down just as fast if you're not managing them in the midst of battle. Shunting is the act of lowering your shield's protection on one side to raise its damage resistance on all remaining sides. The bottom left shield indicator will change to show the sides, and those sides will turn red if you are shunting them. You can see this in the shield controller panel where active shields are listed as pull, and shunted shields are listed push. You can drag these commands into the cockpit hotbar if you wish, but the easiest way to change your shunting in battle is to use the numpad keybinds, assuming your keyboard has a numpad. These can be activated by typing /DS space toggle hotkeys, and this will correspond to the numpad as follows. 8 will raise and lower your front face, 2 your back, 4 left, 6 right, 9 top, and 3 bottom. This will also allow you to use the 7 and 1 keys to increase and decrease your modulation. To gain even more resistance on your shields, pay attention to what kind of damage you are receiving. Weapon Core adds a distinction between energy and kinetic damage types, with most lasers and explosions dealing energy, and shells and slugs typically dealing kinetic. If your ship has a modulator on it, you can modulate against whichever damage type you're taking more of to mitigate the damage to your shields even further. You don't need to know by heart what the damage type of all weapons deal, although it helps. The shield indicator on the bottom left will change color to indicate you're taking more one type of damage than the other, turning blue if you are receiving more energy, and orange if you're taking more kinetic. If you look at the shield modulator, you will see that it has a slider, moves from 20 to 180. While this modulator is set to 100, it is neutrally modulated. The higher you make the number, the less kinetic damage your shields will take while being slightly more vulnerable to energy damage. A fully shunted and fully modulated shield will take next to no damage from a single weapon dealing that type of damage, no matter how insane its damage numbers are. If your ship has an enhancer on it, you can perform 2 more situational functions: Fortify and Enhance Structural Integrity. You can drag the Fortify command to your hotbar using the shield controller, and if activated, your shield HP will double, as well as its recharge rate and heat cool-off. However, if your ship is moving over 15 meters per second, it will not be able to fortify and kick you out of fortification mode. This is great for slow tanks to soak fire, as well as fast ships to use when out of danger to recharge faster while stopped. Structural integrity, when activated, will lower your shields and cause your hull to take significantly more damage from weapons fire. However, you will be nearly immune to collision damage, making it risky but devastating on use of a ramp. I hope this helps you manage your shields. Shield management is one of my favorite parts of combat in Space Engineers using this mod. It's an active defense that requires, skill, and no matter how much you use it, you can always still improve to get more out of it. So I hope this guide helped. I'll see you on the battlefield and in the next video where I'll be covering a few tips on building specific to StarCore combat. Thank you for watching.